Hi, my name is Bria Banks. This is called the 23 Days of Fear for Communications 231. Here you see 10 faces. 10 faces shown from top left to bottom right are 10 innocent people who according to the DC Crime Museum, were part of the 23-day killing spree. This picture taken from the DC area Sniper Fast Facts on CNN Cable News Network are mothers, brothers, the fathers, sisters, and friends who unfortunately did not survive the 23 days of fear. According to the article 10 Years Since the DC Sniper Shooting and Washington Post, along with many other sources, these two were the DC snipers. John Allen Muhammad, who was the serial killer and the mastermind of the whole plan, and his 17-year-old accomplice, Lee Boyd Malvo. They began a string of attacks in the Maryland and DC, the DMV area, and these victims were the 10 victims that I just showed you were the 10 that passed away, and there were also other victims that were just wounded. The first shooting was in Aspen Hill, Maryland, at a craft store that's right here, and I actually live right there in Wheaton, so that was very close to where I live, and that started the whole killing spree. And that was actually at a Michael's. A mother was coming out of Michael's from shopping. She was putting her things in her car, and she got shot. Okay, so like I said, people were doing everyday things when they were getting killed, like pumping gas, going to the grocery store, and even going to school. So here you see on this picture is the Benjamin Tasker Middle School. A 13-year-old child was shot at Benjamin Tasker Middle School by Malvo. And so that put the whole city on high alert. The city was on lockdown, and Malvo actually left a tarot card at the scene of the incident saying, "Dear policeman, I am God," and also had on the back of the tarot card not to release that information to the police. So that when the police did release that information, they felt like that was a threat, and they went on their killing spree for another 2 weeks. Here you see a lady pumping her gas. She's frightened, so she's crouching down. Also, you see a mother taking her son to school, and they're running. So after 2 weeks, Malvo and Muhammad the police caught up with them. An attack that they actually had done before the DC sniper attacks had began. They robbed a liquor store, and the gun that they found from that incident had fingerprints on it, the same fingerprints that was on the gun at a recent attack in Virginia. So they knew who they were looking for at that point. They didn't know where Malvo and Muhammad were, but they knew who the guys were. So this woman right here is Muhammad's ex-wife. They had 3 children together, and Muhammad was enraged because his ex-wife had left him, and she took the kids with him. He had lost custody of his children, and so this is when you actually find out what the plan was. This was a divergent plan to kill people in the DMV area, and then eventually kill his ex-wife. He would have custody of the kids, and he also had a plan to get more money by coming up with this big plan to get money from the government. In his mind, that made sense. According to Helen Kennedy in New York Daily News, published on October 25th, 2002, the 2 snipers were caught on October 24th, 2002, sleeping in a blue 1990 Chevy Caprice that they performed their killing spree in. Here's a picture of the 1990 Chevy Caprice that they did the killing in. There's a hole right there that Malvo would crouch down under, and there's a hole in the back of right above the license plate that he would shoot his victims. So these are some pictures from CNN of just the after effects of the 23-day killing spree, where it says, "Thank you to Chief Moose." And it says that we can pump our gas now and our children can play. And this is actually where one of the victims was killed while he was driving a bus in Maryland. These are my image sources from the D.C. Area Sniper Fast Facts on CNN Cable News Network, the D.C. Sniper Beltway attacks, Criminal Minds, the D.C. Area Sniper shootings, I Was a Monster, Washington Post, and I was sexually abused by the shooting mastermind for 2 years before killing spree by Associated Newspapers. Thank you.
Brooklyn.